Fat Pack Bong Mu. My way.
This Thai side dish was recommended to me by one of my fellow followers. I made it, ate it, graded it. It was fantastic, A+, but it could use a few little changes to fit my preferences. Add more meat and change the sauce. With add more meat, instead of being treated like an aromatic, like garlic and ginger, where it's adding to the overall flavor instead of being like, I'm out here, get it to be closer to a primary component. With the overabundance of morning glory, I just want a few more bites of pork in there. This also turns the meal into both a side and main dish, bulking it up, adding extra protein and make you feel fuller longer. Usually made with pork belly. If you choose to make it with pork belly, first you got to change that name to Fat Pad Bong Mu Club, and then you fry that pork belly in some oil until it's nice and golden brown and crispy, and then you add it on top of your dish when you plate it up, or you can just mix it in at the end if you want. Now, before number 2, let's talk about morning glory. Right here, I'm just cutting it into 2-inch segments because you got the leaves and then you got the stem. They cook at different rates. So you're going to probably put the stems in first and then you're going to put the leaves in last. Treating it like spinach, pretty much, the leaves like spinach. So on the left, we got morning glory, where it's more defined holes. It looks stiff, a little woody. The spinach on the right, you know what spinach is like. And here I'm tasting it. Spinach is, in this situation, morning glory tastes better. But with the sauce, so let's start with the sauce. With the sauce, I decrease the oyster sauce. I usually the main component, the flavor component in the sauce is oyster sauce, but I decided to decrease it. I just thought it was too much. Increase the fish sauce. I increase the fish sauce in soybean paste and more funky, so that adds more funkiness and saltiness to work with the flavor of the oyster sauce and the sweetness of the oyster sauce and the sugar. So here I'm just, if you're paying attention, I'm kind of just adding I'm adding half spinach and then not half spinach. I'm adding half the morning glory leaves and then letting that wilt a little bit and adding the next. And then I added the pork here, just kind of get everything mixed in. If you guys wanted to know, there's also, I found that there's 2 other variations. There's a Chinese variation of this dish, and there's also a Vietnamese variation of this dish. I'm kind of winging it at this point. I'm winging it this whole time, so plating up, looking all nice and sexy, and just a fine meal.
What a great side dish.